Welcome back to Let's Talk It Out with Miss Olmos. I feel so blessed to be here and start season 2. Life has definitely been busy, but I'm so excited to have many more episodes. When I first thought about having a podcast, all I envisioned was having an opportunity to highlight people. Sometimes we jump to assumptions about people's character because of what we hear from others or just encounters that we have with others. My hope is that through these conversations, you learn about others and you have the interest to get to know each other more, because sometimes it's a little bit easier to love and forgive others if we know more about their stories. My first guest for season 2 is someone who has been in education for quite some time. She has been a paraprofessional. She taught our adult English class for some time. She was a pre-K teacher and most recently is a first grade teacher. She has her master's degree and she just received her national board certification. She is a mom of 2 who is genuinely such a hard worker. She's not afraid of a challenge and she continuously tries to perfect her craft of teaching. I'm so excited to get to know more about Miss Alejandra Alvarez. Hi, Miss Alvarez.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
A little nervous.
I think we all are. I'm just so excited to be back.
Yes.
You're my first guest for
I
season
thought it
2.
was over. I honestly thought it's over. She's not calling anybody else, so we're safe.
No, life has been busy, but I'm just so excited to be back and so honored that you took some time out of your day to be here.
Thank you.
You look super cute. I
Thank you.
love your
Thank
outfit.
you.
Like,
Thank you.
love your outfit. Okay, so we're gonna dive right into the questions.
Okay.
Hopefully, in a little bit, I'll lose the rustiness because it's been
Yes.
a long time. But just so happy that you're here.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll jump right in. So we're gonna start with the basics. Okay, where were you born and raised? Things like that.
Okay. I was born in Tabasco, Mexico, actually. It's in the south of Mexico. Not very many people know where it's at.
I don't know that I've ever heard of Tabasco.
Yes, it's the one that I tell everybody. It's the one that looks like a seahorse laying down at the very bottom of where Cancun is.
Okay.
Yes, right there. We're kind of next door to them. So I was raised there until I was 13. My dad was working here in the United States. We came to visit him a couple times, and then one day he said, "You know what? Let's move over here." And we started getting ready, packed up our stuff, and we moved here. So I've been in the United States since I was 13.
13.
Yes, and we first moved to Caledonia, Mississippi. We were in Mississippi for a couple years, about 3 years. Then we moved to Iowa, Texas, and then to Iowa and back to Texas.
So many places on the map that I have no idea where they're at. Okay, so let's go back to Tabasco. Locate me a little bit. So you said the Cancun, so even further down than Cancun.
In that, yes.
What is it like there?
It's green. It's all green.
Okay.
It's hot all year round. Nothing like Chihuahua. I know I've heard like it's a lot of desert and it's just kind of mountains, hills. I don't know, como la sierra. That's what
Okay.
I've heard. But no, over there is forest.
City like or town like?
It's a city.
It's a city.
Yes, I grew up in the city.
Have you ever been back?
Yes. We have not. I have not. My parents are going actually in 2 weeks. Yes, for the first time in 27 years.
Oh my gosh. So you still have a lot of family there?
Yes, all of it. It's just me and my parents here.
Oh, you'll get to go back one day.
So all of their family is there.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
Yes,
that's amazing. So, okay, 13, moved to Mississippi. So you come to United States, no English.
No English.
Yes.
And then back then, we're talking about, I don't want to give up my age, but more than 20 years, there was nobody at schools. Like now that I'm a teacher, I think back and I'm like, oh my gosh, like how did I do it? No help, nobody that spoke Spanish at the school. So it was hard, but being so young, I feel like it didn't, I don't know, you just go with the flow, I guess.
My sister and I had this conversation last week because I started school here. I wasn't like no language, but
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, like when I help my kids with like figuring something out or research this or ask this person,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how did we do it?
How did we do it? I
Like, how
know.
did we? Because honestly, we didn't have anybody in
It
our
was
circle that you
just
can ask. You just figured
figure it
it
out,
out. Like, there
and
was just not another option.
yes.
And
And you
now kids
figure
have,
it out quick.
yeah, you don't have an
Yes,
option.
you don't
Maybe
have an
that's
option.
just how it was. You didn't have an
Mm-hmm.
option. Well, that's neat. So you moved there, and I guess when I make a connection with you, I connect it with Borger. Why do I
Yes,
connect it with
yes,
Borger?
because I lived there. When we came to Texas, we stayed in Borger, and then we
Okay.
just kind of got established there. I went to school there for a couple years for high school, and then we moved back, and then we moved to Iowa, and then we came back to Texas.
So,
So I
yeah.
was in Borger, and then after coming back, we stayed in Borger until I got married. And
So just hearing you say this, it makes me or helps me understand. This is why I feel like you're good with change.
yes, and I've said that so much too. I Now that I'm older, I realized, you know what? I can change, and I'm eager for change all the time.
It's
Like
explained so
my
much because
couches move around like a lot because
yeah.
I need a change. Yes.
It totally
You
makes
don't
sense.
realize
Yeah, I
that
did not
until it's
know, but
yes.
yes, because having to move to
Mm-hmm.
a place early early in your
Mm-hmm.
life, no language, and then even whenever you came to the United States, you
Yes.
had more change.
And
And
I think
so
I was a little bit older that it didn't feel like hard. It wasn't as hard for me. So
yeah,
I
because
don't know
I
because we're a
definitely would
little bit
describe that in you,
older.
that
Yes.
I feel like you're just good with change. And
Yes.
maybe you do, maybe like sometimes, but you're not as vocal about it like I feel like
Yes.
sometimes. So explains a lot. Interesting. I love that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so then what brought you to Spearman?
My husband.
Okay,
Yes, it
okay.
was Luis. He lived here. We met. He lived here, and then his job was here. His family was here, so I made the sacrifice to move here. I was still going to school, so I drove to school, and then I found a job here, and we just kind of settled here.
You know, I have to ask, how did y'all meet?
We met through friends, actually. I had a friend that had friends here. So one night, she was like, "Hey, some friends are coming over to Borger. Do you want to go hang out?" Because back then, we used to, I don't know if you remember or you did it, but we used to cruise around
Oh
Main
yeah.
Street. So yeah, that was our thing back then. So do you want to go cruising? And I was like, sure. Well, actually, no. I said no at first because I was already met. It was 9. I've been an early bird forever, or mm, early night owl.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
what
yeah.
you call
I
it.
I know what you
Uh,
meant. Like you went to bed
so
early. Oh
yes,
yeah.
so I was already in bed in my PJs. I was like, oh, I don't want to change. I don't want to go out. And she's like, oh, come on, I'm the only one. And I was like, okay. So then he was part of the group, and that's how we met. We just started talking from then and
Was it pretty
didn't
fast?
stop.
Like y'all both like
It
knew
was,
quick?
I felt like it was quick. It was a quick connection. We liked each other, and it
Mm.
just went on
So
from
how long
there.
have y'all been together now?
15. 15
That's a long
years.
time.
Yes, we
That's a
don't
long
keep
time.
up. We
That's
don't
awesome.
do anniversaries. We don't keep up. So I'm like, let me count. I think 15. So yeah, around there.
I love that.
Yes. Yes.
I know Luis through school just because he was a grade above me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just know a little more about him. But so, okay, now I can make all the connections. And I did not know, man, you really hit the map in several places.
Yeah, three
That's pretty
states.
cool.
Yes.
Pretty cool. Before we transition a little bit out of family, I want to talk a little bit about your parents. So you said that your dad worked here, and that's how really y'all
Mm.
transitioned to the United
Mm-hmm.
States. And did your mom transition at that time too?
Yes, we
Mm-hmm.
all came together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we were little, so she
So tell
had
me
to get.
about the sibling. I know I met one of your sisters,
Yes,
right? She worked here for a little
she
bit.
worked here.
Is it just you
Yes.
and her?
No, it's 3 of us.
Three
So
girls?
yes, I'm the oldest. 3 girls, all girls.
Something about podcast interview people and having family of just girls. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's me, Paola is the middle child, and then Camila is the baby.
Have I met Camila? Or have I
Um,
seen her? Maybe.
I don't know.
Has she come to church with you sometimes?
Yes, very seldom, but yes.
Maybe if I see
It's
her.
been a while, maybe.
So say that again.
Yes.
You're the oldest?
Oldest, and then it's Paula, and
And then,
then she's the baby,
okay.
Camila. It's the baby, and they're both in Lubbock right now. So they live over there.
Mm,
Yes.
that's cool.
Yes.
Okay, so kind of putting yourself in your parents' shoes. If I told your parents to describe Alejandra Alvarez, what do you think they would say?
Oh my goodness. Um, I don't know. I think stubborn, maybe. I want things. No, I want to do it this way, and I want things my way. So maybe. But that was her. That was my mom. So she
You're like, I
can't.
get
She
it from
can't say
you.
anything. Yes. Um, I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
I think they'd say determined. Just from the years that I've known you, I feel like you're like, you set a goal and you're going to work as hard as you can to get there.
I try. I tried to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stubborn. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, I have more questions about your adulthood here in just a little bit, but I kind of want to go back to the Tabasco area or era of your life. And so, what would you say? I hope you're better than me because people have asked me this question. I'm like, I don't know that I remember a lot.
Yeah.
But what do you
Same.
remember most about your childhood?
I don't remember much. I think I'm the worst at remembering things. I don't notice things. That's a bad thing. But I do remember going out on Sundays. I That's something my parents always kind of modeled without saying. One of the things they did was Sundays were family days, no matter what. It was Sundays. So we always went out either with her family or my dad's side of the family. And so I do remember going out, hanging out with our cousins, going out to El Rancho, which my dad's parents live there. Um, and so every Sunday it was a trip to the
Just a
ranch,
family
to the
outing.
just yes, every Sunday. I kind of remember that, and just everybody was there. And I think that's something I miss here that we don't have. Like I don't know what it feels to have cousins anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's one of the things that has been the hardest because like those Sundays, we don't have those Sundays. You'll go meet with people, and that's it. It's just a quick, or go out to eat, go to church, and that's it. Or go to my parents, and that's it. Like just
Mm.
them there.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah,
big
it's just
transition.
them. It is. Yeah, so I do remember that.
What about Eileen and Jorge? So Eileen and Jorge only have, is it cousins on Luis' side? And then, yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And our cousins, well, which they're older. All my cousins are older, so when they do come visit, they came visit on this July, past July, but they're older, so it's not the same. And they're here only for 2 weeks. We go out, and so it's not
Mm.
very much.
Well, when y'all do get to go back to Tabasco, it's going to be like a huge family reunion. That's going to be awesome.
Yes, yes.
Vlog it.
Yes, I should.
I was going to, so that's a big difference between Miguel and I is that, I feel like you know most of my family, but I have a huge, like,
Mm-hmm.
like, really cousins everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And he grew up with no cousins, and he always says that, like, I'm glad that the kids are growing up with,
With
so it could be
cousins their age, yeah.
especially because you have that memory.
Mm-hmm.
But anything else you remember about your
Yes.
childhood?
Um, Oh, I do remember we were talking about how time has changed. And I was telling my mom, I can't believe you let me go to school by myself. I mean, it was a big city. And back then, I don't know if you'll remember, but they used to have these like buses, or I don't know if where you're from, they were called combis. It was
Oh
like a
yeah,
bus,
yeah, yeah.
but not a bus. It was
Yes,
like the smaller version. I try to explain Luis. I'm like, it's like a Beetle, but big, like
yes,
a van. I don't know.
yes,
And so I mean, it was like from here to, I don't know, maybe Parrington. It wasn't close being in a city, we were on the other side of the city or whatever. So you would have to go on the bus. I had my coins to pay. Um, so outside it would leave my house, and then we would leave my house, go, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and then I still had to walk like 2 blocks to get to school. And I was little, so this was before I was 13. And I cannot imagine having Jorge walk, from my house to here. So that's one of the things I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't not believe how things have
Things
changed.
have
I
changed.
am amazed. I mean, like nothing happened to me. Oh my gosh.
Well, because honestly, I would say, especially in Mexico, it's what I know. It's a norm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. People
you
walk,
just go
take
to school
buses.
and you walk
Yeah.
and you do, you know,
And it was
and
just much safer. I don't know if it's the same now. I don't know that people will do that nowadays, but it was, I do remember that going to school by myself.
and you probably weren't even scared. It was
No.
probably just a normal routine, you
Yeah.
know,
It was
like.
just a normal. Yeah.
And I do know what a combi is.
Yes.
I do know.
Yes. Not very many
I don't
people
know that
know.
I don't know why I know that. Uh, but I do know. Like I know what bands you're talking about.
Yes, and I've seen them here around. So people still have, I mean, of course they're old, not very many people, but I've seen them around.
That's cool.
It is pretty crazy.
That's cool. One more question before we kind of transition out of like the family. You are blessed to be a mom to a boy and a
Oh,
girl. Well, Eileen
girl.
came first. But tell us a little bit about them. Let's start with Eileen. Uh, how do you describe Eileen?
Oh, Eileen is, she's like the perfect child. She's,
I agree.
yes, like she has not given me, she spoiled us so much because she didn't need anything. She didn't need help. She matured a lot. Um, and I don't know if it's because we were so young, so we needed her to be, a big girl, and I always, or maybe because she was the first, we're a little bit more strict with the first one, maybe. Um, but she's amazing on her own. She's very mature. She can take care of herself. I don't have to tell her. I mean, yeah, take out the trash 1,000 times, but normal things like that. And she does well in school too. So
I love
yes,
the friend she is. You know, her and my niece have a really good friendship,
yes.
and I love their friendship. I love that the way she cheers on Tanya.
Mhm.
And she also came back. They served somewhere in Perryton. I
Mhm.
don't know if you remember this, and
Yes,
they
at the
came back with us,
steakhouse.
and she was so good with Jacob. I was like, "You're just a natural with
She
kids."
is. I think
Like
she's gonna be a teacher. I
I
don't
see
want her
it.
to, but if it's what her passion is, she is so good with kids. She's like everybody says she's Jorge's second mom.
Oh, she's so good
Like
with kids.
yeah, she is.
She
She
made
has
such
a
an impact that Jacob's birthday's coming up, and I said, Jacob, who are we gonna invite? And he named Eileen. Like,
really okay. All right.
I was
Yes.
like, I'm totally good with that.
She's so patient.
She is. I saw it.
And I'm not gonna lie, she's the one that calms me down. Like
Hmm.
she's like, Mom, relax. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
I love
Yes.
that. And she
She is
was.
pretty.
I have to think about these words. Salutatorian
Mm-hmm.
for
Yes.
eighth grade. Oh my
For eighth grade.
gosh,
Yes.
such.
I hope she keeps it up.
Me too. What
Yes,
about
I'm very
Jorge?
proud of her. Jorge's a mess. He's the second child. He's very good too. He's just a boy. And since we got so spoiled with Eileen, now we're like, what happened?
That's funny.
He's he's a mess. He's so spontaneous.
Makes life fun though, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it does. Yes, just everything is, typical boys, but yes, and he's 6 now.
I've interacted with him a little bit too. It cracked me up though because
He's blunt. He'll tell you, no
well,
filters.
it's Jorge, not
Oh,
George.
yes,
We've
that
talked
was the
about
thing.
this.
Yes.
But he's into like, is it dinosaurs? Yes.
Dinosaurs.
So he had them at the basketball
Mm-hmm.
game. Julian, Jacob loves them too. So, but Jacob is like a rough, like toy player, and Jorge had his toys like
Organized.
organized.
Yes.
Like he had a system of how he was playing,
Yes.
and Jacob messed his system up, and he
Oh,
kind
no.
of looked at him like, "That's not how I play." But yeah,
Yes.
boys make life fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yes. I have a lot of pictures of his either cars or everything is from smallest to biggest or color coded. I think he's gonna be like me. He's
Uh-huh.
like very organized.
That's not a bad thing. Okay, well, thank you for sharing so much about your family with us. We are going to transition to just random questions.
Okay.
Okay, so before we move on to anything else, I want to talk about your national board certification because that is a huge accomplishment. I don't even have statistics in front of me, but when you talk about how many teachers have received the certification in the state of Texas, it's like this many.
Yes.
Like you don't get that certification easily. And you're talking about someone who is has two kids who I mean having a kindergarten child, you said it earlier, just the things you have to do. And then um Eileen being busy and just so much full-time job. Tell me about that journey.
Well, I've always been um, I want to learn in my career. So I want to grow. I want to learn. I'm just a learner. So when that came up, I was like, I want to do it. I want to do that. Even though everybody else was like, why do they make it so hard? Yes, they make it so hard. And then the other side was like, I want the money too. That's an extra stipend. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for funsies. But so those were the two motivations. I was like, I want to learn. I want to see, just do it. I've always been somebody that says, just do it. Just whatever happens, happens. It is what it is. So when Chelsea said she was interested, I was like, okay, if it's two of us, it might be easier, which I do give a lot of credits to Chelsea. She went through it. She didn't have anybody to ask questions. She was just thrown in there. And so that kind of, I was able to ask her questions whenever I needed to. So that made it a lot easier, per se. Um, Going through my master's degree, I felt like it was very similar. Um, or the principalship, you also have to write so much. I felt like it was very similar to that. So, and it's a reflection on you. So, which was hard because I was like, what do I do? Like, you have to talk so good about yourself to make somebody seem like you're a good teacher. So that was the hard part for me, the reflection part. And so I just, it took me 2 years. I took the test first. I guess I was scared. I don't know. And then you have to pay for it too. So
Hmm.
I was kind of like, do I just go for it? What do I do? Um, I was a little scared that I wasn't gonna pass it. And I thought, so much money. If I don't pass it, I have to do it all over again. But I just did it. It worked out. My kids are a little bit older. Eileen is a lot of help. So that was, they feed them, and when they went to sleep, I was able to write. It was a journey, but it worked out. And then you have to wait 6 months for the
That is
results.
a long time
It's
to wait.
terrible.
It
It's
is a long
terrible.
time to wait. So before you got to the 6 month waiting period, did you ever feel like quitting?
No, not really.
Mm-hmm.
No quitting. I was just double guessing myself. Like, is this good enough? I'm thankful to have Chelsea, which she helped, and Mrs. Ramon helped a lot too. Um, so they were able to read it with me. Does it make sense? So that was a lot of help. Um, it was just, I didn't think I was good enough for that. So, sorry. We have to wait 6 months. I'm not an anxious person as much, but I this big of a thing, I'm like, I want to know if I passed. Like, do I have to sign up again? Do I have to pay for it? So when we got the results, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. So I
Mm.
don't know why I have so many feelings. I haven't talked to anybody about it because it makes me cry. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't think it was that hard. It's just sometimes you don't think this big of a thing, you know, that you can do it. And I did it. So that was hard. Just
Mm.
getting those results, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I passed.
Oh
So
my gosh. It makes me sad that you saw or that you see yourself in the like am I good enough? Type of thing. Because um, I tell you, and I've told other people, sometimes I wish that they could see themselves in the lens that I see them. Because in my shoes, I'm like, why would you not get it?
Mm-hmm.
I see the worth ethic. I see how hard you strive. I see how goal oriented you are, and um, I'm telling you, I see determination. You're like, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. And so, no doubt in my mind, that you
Oh
would achieve
gosh,
something
yeah.
like
No,
that. So
Chelsea was so good about, yo, you're gonna be fine. She was up there checking the results. It's like, hey, it's time. I was already in bed that night. And I was like, I'm going to bed. It's gonna be fine. I pass, I pass. I don't pass, I don't pass, whatever. So I was in bed. It was like 9:30. I don't know why they had him so early. And I was getting sleepy, tired, past my bedtime. And she texted and she's like, hey, results are out. And I was like, why are you still up? She's like, I'm checking for you. So she was really good. She was like, you're gonna pass. She always told me. And in my head, I'm like, oh, she doesn't know. It's like, she doesn't know. But I think it's just all those feelings growing up, your first generation. We have to accomplish things on our own. I mean, my parents didn't know what college was or how to get there. I had to do a lot of things on my own. So just getting that, it's like,
that's
oh my
exactly
gosh.
where I was
I
headed.
think it's just a lot of feelings.
So many feelings and so
Yes.
many things that I feel like you don't even realize, like um,
That
a
come up.
13-year-old girl
Mm,
moving from the only place that she knew to a completely different country, completely
mm-hmm.
different language. Not only you only stay there for a little bit, then
Mm-hmm.
transition to another state, um, and just all of the changes that you've been,
Mm-hmm.
because you only gave us the tip of the iceberg. There's so many things that throughout those changes that you went through,
Mm-hmm.
going into a career that you really didn't plan for,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then all of a sudden, doesn't surprise me, but here you are, like, national board certification. Like, again, I don't have the stats, and I don't think that people even truly understand what that certification is. And to have that,
Thank you.
yay,
Thank you.
yay, that's
Yes.
awesome. So, um, way to go.
Thank
Truly,
you.
genuinely, so proud of you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. All right, moving on to just random questions and not in any particular order. But tell us about, well, this one transitions more into like maybe mid adult. I don't know. Everybody had a first job at a different age. So I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
age this would be, but what was your first job?
McDonald's. Yes, I
McDonald's.
worked at McDonald's. That was my very first in Borger, actually. It's my very first
So what'd you do
job.
there?
Um, Cashier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, or
Okay.
drive through, whatever was needed.
Whenever. Did you like
Mm-hmm.
it?
I stayed there maybe for a year. I don't even remember honestly. Yeah, it was
It
fine.
was
I
fine.
mean, I think as you're young, you don't care. It's just a job. That was my first job.
So do you still like to eat it? Just because I've
Uh,
heard, I've
yeah, when you
when you work in a certain place and you can see the behind the scenes, you're like, oh,
mm-hmm.
I've just heard that. Do you still eat it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we still do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Cool.
Every once in a while.
That's a pretty cool first
Hmm.
job. Did you know, or did you always know that you wanted to be a teacher?
No, I never wanted to be a teacher. I told my mom, I said no. Um, she kept insisting, just be a teacher, just be a teacher. And I said, no, I actually wanted to be a graphic designer. So I
Okay.
started doing graphic design. I went to school. I started in Iowa, actually. I did about a year there, and then we moved back. So I started at Merlo College. And then I kind of met Luis there. And so I was like, oh, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And so when we moved here, I was like, there's no way I'm going to do graphic design here in a small town. So I changed it. I started working here and I worked under Miss Hinojos. I think it was my first year. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do what she's doing.
Oh,
So she was one of the first people that inspired me to be a teacher.
that's
Yes,
awesome. Does she know
yes.
that?
Yeah, I always tell her. It's like
Mm.
I learned so much from her. I always tell her. But yeah, my mom was like, just be a teacher throughout the whole time. Just be a teacher.
It,
And now that I think back, I'm like, just be a teacher?
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, it's not
just
just.
being a teacher.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we could have a whole different episode on just that.
Just be a teacher. Yeah.
um, so your mom, do you think that she wanted to just be a teacher because people see maybe like, um, oh
Something in
yeah, yeah,
you.
just do
Yeah.
something like just because education is the easiest route. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
but or do you think because she kind of saw like what you see in Eileen, like you're just so natural with kids, or was it just a mom
I
instinct? Why
don't
do you think she encouraged it?
know. I don't know. I don't know if because I was not like I was so undecided by then. Um, and she thought maybe, well, by the way she said it, and nothing against her, people think it's an easy
Mm-hmm.
path to go. Um, so I think she was just saying, hey, just do this. It's quick because I was already married and I wasn't finished and I was pregnant. So I don't know if she was like, hey, just do something easy,
Mm-hmm.
at least do something. Um, I don't know. I never asked her,
Hmm.
but I don't know if she saw something or
You should ask her.
I should.
I bet it. I bet she would say. I think a little bit of both. She might say it was just a career because
Mm-hmm.
I felt like when I was gonna go in education, I heard that like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, no más quieres
Just
ser
do that.
maestra,
Yeah.
it's just
Like,
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
you do it.
yeah. And now, yeah, until you're in education, I say this often, you don't know
It
all of the
opens your
hats, yeah,
eyes.
that
Yes.
teachers play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on to a different random question. What does a normal day look like in the life of your family?
Um, well, we are so busy nowadays. I say so busy, but we just have activities, wake up, I work out in the mornings, I come to work, go home, cook, make dinner, um, get whatever books Jorge needs to read because I don't worry about Aileen. I've never have to tell her that whatever she needs to do, and just clean, pick up a little bit, and it's time for bed. 8 o'clock.
Oh, you
Yes.
do go to bed early.
Yes, I do. I do.
Oh.
I'm not kidding.
So we talked about you being good with change. So are you like a follow a routine person or not so
Yes,
much?
because I found out that it makes me feel better. So if I'm going to bed at 8, we're pushing it. If there's anything happening or we didn't finish or like now with basketball games,
Mm-hmm.
of course it's not at the same. But I try to follow. I do follow because it makes me feel like accomplished. And then if I have time to rest, then I rest. Because by 7 or 8, I feel it. I'm done. I'm tired
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
from such a long day. So
Mm-hmm.
that's our weekdays. Weekends, we just Sundays we go to my mom's church, go to my parents' house. She's always cooking. My dad's always cooking something. Um, and then Saturday, just if we have anything going on, maybe us as a family, just go out to eat or do something or stay home.
Hmm.
Yes. So
Not
that's
to a
our
couple of thoughts.
routine.
Uh, First of all, kudos to you working out in the mornings because I think it takes a lot of discipline, and I always
I
want to applaud anybody who does that.
I always thought I was a morning person, but it turns out not in that way. I'm still grouchy in the morning. So I think that's my part. Like I'm not a morning person. Don't talk to me until I'm up. Um, and then I've been doing it for years that it doesn't feel like if I don't do it, then I'm
You
grouchy.
feel off,
So
yeah.
yeah, it
That's
feels off.
awesome. And
Yes.
then second thing, not to be gloomy or anything, but we are also a family who like typically goes to eat at my parents' house on Sundays. And I don't know why lately I've been thinking like, there's gonna be a time in our life
That
where
there
that's
won't
just a
be.
memory.
Mm-hmm.
Like we remember whenever we used to go every Sunday. I'm like,
Yes.
so
I
I'm
know.
glad that you have that in your.
Yeah, we don't even want to think about it.
Mm. What about this is a super random question. Do you have any phobias or even just fears?
I don't think so. Um, as I get older, I think more just worries. Like I don't want to like driving, hit a deer or
Oh yeah.
things like that. But
Like you're not afraid of like I'm gonna say bees
like
because I have
no,
a bee phobia. It's silly, but I do.
I
Not like
don't
that.
think
No.
so. I don't think so. I can't think of anything, but
No,
Mm-mm.
that's good.
Yeah.
You shouldn't live in fear, so that's good. Okay, so have you heard of like the five love languages?
Maybe.
Kind of.
Okay, kind
So
of.
I'm gonna list them. I have them. So there's physical touch,
Yes.
words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, and receiving gifts. What would you say are your top two?
Acts of service.
Okay.
It makes me feel. We're talking about me
Yes, you.
giving,
No,
right?
well, no. Acts of service would be
Receiving.
acts of service is like when
Well,
somebody
yes,
cleans your
but I
car.
mean the five,
Yes, like what
like
fills
what
your
fills
bucket.
me. Okay,
Yes, yes.
yes.
Sorry.
See, yes, act of service. I would say, oh my gosh, it feels so good to help. Um, Teaching when I did CCD, um, helping somebody. I guess I have a teacher in me. So
Just
anything that I'm
naturally
helping somebody, teaching somebody, it just that's one of mine. Um, what was the last one? You said giving gifts?
receiving gifts, like when someone
Receiving.
buys you something.
Um, no, not really.
Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe affirmations
Mm-hmm.
would be the next one. Just making sure I'm doing okay
Yeah.
with whoever my family, that
Mm-hmm.
they're doing
Yeah.
okay, and then I'm there for them.
You make it sound like you're pretty easy. One time I took a test and I'm like all of them. I'm like,
No,
poor Miguel. Yes.
yeah,
um, that's
no, that's not what Luis would say. He wouldn't agree.
I knew that it wasn't physical touch, and I think it was because you told me that this one time that you're like I'm not much of a
I'm
hugger.
not. I'm
So
not.
I knew that one wouldn't be there.
Which I don't mind if you hug me, but I just can't. I don't know
You're
why.
just
It
not
just
the
I'm not that.
initiator.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes.
my sister's that way. I send her memes all the time because she's the type of like, don't
Don't
hug
touch
me.
me. Yeah. I love you, but don't touch
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. If you've seen previous episodes, you would know that the last two questions I ask everybody. Some people think that they're a little harder to think about, but we'll start with the first one. There's two. What is something most people would not know about you?
Um, that I graduated in Iowa. Everybody's always surprised, and I don't think I haven't told very many people. It's just not a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of people assume you're from Spearman. So yeah, I graduated in Iowa, Western Dubuque, Iowa. So
So from high
not very many.
school?
High school.
Okay, so I lost
See, you
track of
didn't
the
know.
time. I
Yeah.
lost track of the timeline though, because we went from Tabasco
To
to
Mississippi, junior high,
okay
and then came back to Texas.
to Borger.
Yes, started freshman, sophomore year there.
Okay.
Went back to Iowa, graduated, went to college in Iowa, started college in Iowa, and then moved back to Texas. So I
Okay.
graduated in Iowa.
Earlier when we were talking about it, I thought that it ended in Borger, but no.
No, we went
Interesting.
back and then came back.
Cool. Yeah,
Yes,
that's something
yes.
I bet most people don't know.
Don't know? Yeah.
And to end like the formal interview questions, how do you want to be remembered?
I practiced this one because I knew it was hard. Um, I want to make a difference. I do. So I feel like I haven't found, oh, I'm such a crybaby. Sorry. I've been thinking about this one and I was like, how do I want to be remembered? I want somebody, at least one person to say, she helped me grow in some kind of way, or she did this for me. So I'm kind of tying it to the acts of service. I want to give the best I can and I want to make a bigger impact. Um, I feel like we do as teachers, we make a difference every day, yes, but I want to be remembered as, hey, she did this for me, or she made me feel this way. So if at least one person will say that, that's how I want to be remembered.
I'm sure you're going to
Yes.
remember it that way. My prayer would be, though, is that somehow God would allow you to see it, because I'm going to tell you 100% right now, there's someone out there who already feels that. The hard part is that we're not always great about telling that
Mm-hmm.
person, right? So you may not always hear it. You may not hear it from the student or whoever it is that you've encountered. So I hope that God allows you to see that, Because
So
100% I know that for a fact. Someone out there
I hope
already
so.
feels like if it wasn't for Miss Alvarez, and what a gift that you have that sometimes it's just the part in that you believed in so many people. So that's awesome.
Thank
Okay, so these now I feel like you can relax because these are
you. Okay.
easy. So okay, we are going to wrap it up with what I have called rapid fire. These are questions that you don't have to really think about. It's just to get to know you a little more on like just surface level that I would call. First one, favorite type of music?
Mexican music.
Mexican music,
Yes.
like
Just
dancing music
regional.
or just
Yes.
singing
Yes.
music or anything
Anything really. Yeah.
from.
Um, I think more like regional Mexican,
Mhm.
that type,
Give
like
me an
dancing music,
give
I
me an
guess.
example. Like
Um, like
Like I'm thinking
like
Karin Leon.
cumbias. Yes,
No?
Karin Leon.
Yeah?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Karin Leon. That style.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Favorite drink?
Um, vanilla Coke. That
Vanilla
has been
Coke.
yes.
Mm.
Autumn should have never ordered those. I'm like, I'm trying not to, but I really don't drink as much. This summer I do. But now with that vanilla Coke, man,
It's so good. I've
yes,
never
it's so
tried
good.
it.
You
Never
need
tried it.
to.
Cold weather or hot weather?
Hot.
Hot.
Yes.
Okay. Dream vacation.
Paris.
Mm. Singing or dancing?
Dancing.
Dancing.
Definitely.
Would you rather do an activity outside, like camping, fishing, things like that, or do something inside, like
Inside.
movies? Yeah,
Inside movies
my
all day.
my type of girl.
Yes.
Okay, if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. I think it would have to be mole. Oh
Oh,
my
you
gosh.
like mole?
Yes, I love it. I love mole. That's like my favorite.
Cool.
Yes.
Most people
Yes.
that I hear about like say no, not mole.
Yes. And my mom makes it from scratch. I haven't learned yet, but there's so many ingredients from scratch and it's kind of sweet. We eat it more like a sweet. It's like a
Uh-huh.
sweet kind of
Okay.
sour. I love that taste. Just like that sweet in the food. And that's my favorite.
I like mole
Mhm.
too. I don't know if it's the meal that I would pick, but I like
Mhm.
mole too.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's my
cool. I
favorite.
hadn't heard anybody else
Mhm.
list or that would choose that. Uh, I feel like we could go into a whole topic of food, but I'll
Yes,
cut it
that
short.
too.
I'll cut it short. Well, Miss Alvarez, thank you so much for chit chatting with me today. It was so fun
Thank
to just sit
you.
here and talk. I feel like we could have talked much more, but I've told my guests before that it takes a lot of courage to share so much about you because we do have viewers. And so thank you for the courage. Thank you
Yes,
for
thank you.
being sweet and sharing so much about you. I cannot wait to see everything that you're going to accomplish because I mean it. I feel like you're already a legacy and you're going to continue to be a legacy. And I'm not just saying that because you're a guest. I truly believe that if you say I will be on the moon one day and I'm just being dramatic, um, that you are somebody that would accomplish that. And I can't wait to
Thank
see it.
you. Thank you.
I can't wait
Thank
to
you
see
for
it.
inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. It was so much fun to be back in this chair learning more about those around me. I hope you have a great rest of your week. We'll see you around. Don't forget that we love because He loved us first. Until next time.